I'm very much like a doer. I need to go out and do it. As cheesy as it sounds, I want to find the next best.
Yeah, of course.
Like chunks, Philly.
Yeah.
I want it like that's the part of without a sales pitch here. That's what we want to do at Cowshed Creators. If there's someone in the business like not performing, they've just got attitude or they're not driven, I always look at myself first. I'm very much I take the no bullshit approach.
Yeah.
But I'll say it how it is.
Cheers, going on, George.
No worries, thanks for having me.
How are you anyway? I haven't seen you for a while.
I know, good mate, good, busy.
Yeah, busy?
Good busy. I like to keep busy.
Yeah.
Don't like sitting around doing nothing.
See, I'm a bit like that. If I just sit around too much, I've got ADD. I can't sit still anyway. That's why I'm there like fidgeting already the whole time. I'll be like this. Yeah. But obviously, co-founder of Cowshed Collective, which I'll let you obviously speak a little bit about and give a little intro to.
Yeah, so Cowshed Collective, we're a media agency. We have a social agency, production company, and a newly formed creator agency as well. So we have our own kind of in-house roster. I won't bore you too much with a sales pitch, but we've been going for just over 3 years now. Started with myself and my business partner, Ryan. He was from like a TV background. I was from a social background. Made sense to join in the middle.
Duo.
Yeah, it was a perfect duo. We kind of we create content for brands, but not just any old social content. It's like entertainment first. So we're kind of merging the the TV formats with a social world. Yeah. Trying to change the world of advertising without sounding too cheesy.
No, of course. We'll get into it because I'm a big fan of some of the stuff, and you do stuff with Aston Villa as well. I've got a little soft spot for them.
Oh, you Aston Villa, are you?
No, do you know what? I'm a Reading fan, but I've got, I would say but quickly, but I don't know what it is. The last couple of years, I've just had a bit of a soft spot. I think it was when they were in the Championship. Right. It was when Grealish was there as well. I've got his shirt in my room. Villa one, not a Man City one, obviously.
But he's a funny guy, him. Oh,
yeah. I don't know. Do you know what? Everyone's like, we've not seen recently about his whole holiday, and people were saying like, should ban like footballers drinking or something like that. And it's like, come on,
come on.
He's a hero.
He's the Gascoigne, isn't he? He's the Gazza.
There was that video, wasn't there, of him with that girl. I don't know. I can't remember what was wrong with her. And then like, it was just a TikTok that went viral. Right. And then the family came out on TalkSport and said that like he paid for everything, put him up in so many matches, like cleared all their tabs, hotels. Like
I didn't know that. I didn't see that at all.
His PR person made sure it didn't come out.
Oh.
So the family came out and said it when he was getting a lot of stick, and they were like, "No, hang on, he actually does so much here." And the guy said it on TalkSport. And everyone's like, "We didn't know that," and he was like, "Well, it's just what Jack's like."
Fair.
Yeah,
fair.
I'm a big fan of him. But yeah, so what we'll do, we'll start at school. What was school like for you?
School. Do you know what? I'll be straight with you. I didn't enjoy school whatsoever. I don't. It's not that I don't agree with like I'm not going to get into like I don't agree with the system. I don't agree with the system. So, yeah. But it was like I never really knew what I wanted to do back at school. And the way of learning, for me, it's not sitting there doing textbooks and watching a teacher explain. I'm very much like a doer. I need to go out and do it. I feel like at school there was just a lot of pressure to like decide what you wanted to do pretty early on.
Oh, what, 13, 14?
Yeah, and I was in a bit of like no man's land. Like I used to love drama. I used to act back in the day.
They didn't let me take drama. Or art.
Really?
They didn't let me take it.
Why not?
I was that bad. For my year 9 art thing, I drew like the Wolverhampton Wanderers badge.
Brilliant.
Because a ruler,
Smashed
wasn't
it? Yeah, I did drama, I did media, and those are the things that I liked. And naturally, obviously, what I'm doing now, it kind of fits that. But everything else, I was just like science, mate. I was so bad. I just didn't used to pay attention. I think teachers used to hate me because I was opinionated. Be like, even when I was like 13, 14, I'd be like, do we need to know this?
I don't know what science always like. We had this one science teacher that was fluent in Russian, but didn't tell anyone he was fluent in Russian. We had quite a lot of Russian students, and they were slagging him off in Russian.
Oh, really?
And he just turned around and said, like, stay after school in Russian. And he said, I understood everything you said.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were going in on him.
Oh, mate, yeah.
And that's the only reason I like science. Oh, is it happened for a whole year without them telling him that
I used to
Russian?
like science because we used to terrorise.
Do you know what, the Bunsen burners,
wasn't it? Burners,
like, burn things.
Turn it up. That was me at school. Like, I got in with a bit of a group, and we were like, we were just like, it weren't bullies. It was nowhere near bullying, but you just terrorise people constantly. Yeah. It's only when you get older, you look back and go, are we ganging up on people? Like, is that a thing?
I look back at some of the things that like I locked someone in a locker once, but the reason the reason I actually did that was because he was bullying someone.
Mate, I say this all the time.
So it was like, I was just like, don't do that. And looking back at it, I'm like, I got caught doing it though.
Right.
by the teacher. So then next time I had to be a bit smarter, so I took all the hinges off his locker.
Mate, always a businessman. Always thinking.
Mate, you have to be smart about it. Like,
Exactly.
School's one of those things, because you don't learn, like we didn't get offered business at school. So you knew nothing about VAT, you knew nothing about anything like that, or life skills that I think, because for me, I think school was important for personal skills.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
like how to make friends, how to actually communicate with people.
Basically, it's a social club.
Yeah, 100%.
I do think when you're that young, it is. Like, even business for me as well. I got kicked out of business.
Did you?
Because I weren't keeping up with the coursework, because I'll be straight, I was a bit too cocky back then. I already started my own little side business, and I was making pretty decent money when I was quite young. Yeah. And when I say decent, I look back now and I'm like, minimum wage, but when you're at school, you think you're a baller.
Yeah, minted.
So I thought I was too good for it. I was always a bit like that. I learned quickly. I didn't stay like that. I was a bit of an angry kid.
Just the business. I did a business BTEC after, and I got the worst grade that you could get. Yeah. I didn't even pick my certificates up, nothing. But then I go back to school, the college, and give talks to business students.
Really? Mate,
irony.
I got invited back as well.
I got told I'm not allowed to speak about my grade.
Really?
They said to me, like, don't mention your grade. And I'm there like, because I didn't do the work. Because I was too busy living my life.
Right.
Well, I'd be at the pub and stuff like that with a fake ID.
Yeah.
But I say what, school, the one thing that I learned at school the most is about Football Manager. I used to have my laptop in every lesson, so I'd have Football Manager up the whole time, and then just...
I used to play, what was it back in the day? Was it LMA Manager?
Yeah,
Is that what it was called? I used to bang that out all the time as well.
Asphalt was the other one, where you're like drifting cars.
Mate, I remember like every IT lesson, it was like, you had them little dodgy sites that you can get onto the games. Yeah. Used to get onto them all the time.
School tried to block them all the time, and a new one would pop up.
Yeah, you find like a new one. That's basically what we did the whole time.
But that's the thing, like, you look back at school and you think stuff like that, and I look at some of the people that actually really focused, and I'm there like, you're actually stuck in a job now that I know you don't enjoy. Yeah. But I didn't really focus on that, and I know it's not everyone's in the same position, but then I had a good laugh, and I'm still having a good laugh now. Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about that. I'm just like, follow what makes you happy. Yeah. Like, I fell into jobs before, and it was just like, why am I doing this? It's just a mundane, I'm not saying 9 till 5 is a bad thing, but like, I just got stuck in this job doing something I didn't want to do. And I was like, I didn't really want to leave, and it was a bit like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I don't like it now. So if I leave and I don't like it, nothing's changed.
Yeah, of course.
So I might as well chase something.
Yeah, well, that's it's the entrepreneurial spirit, isn't it? And stuff like that. Because then obviously you guys set up Cowshed Collective. You keep saying collective.
Yeah, collective, yeah.
I don't want you to get in trouble or anything. So you set up in COVID time, didn't you?
Just before.
Just before COVID.
Yeah, worst time ever. But ended up being great. Yeah, so I was working at a publisher, social publisher. I might as well, I don't know why I'm talking so... It was Unilad.
Industry, yeah.
Like it was Unilad. And then they got bought out by LADbible. Yeah. I was there during that funny
process.
Time. Yeah. So I went over to LADbible for a week because I'd already set up Cowshed. So I'll be straight with you. I know Arian, so if he sees this, he'll laugh at this anyway. But like, I was like, right, Unilad's going under. I'm going to get a nice little redundancy payout here. I can use that as capital for Cowshed. Yeah. Literally get a call from LADbible. It's like, yeah, we want to keep you on at LADbible. I was like, oh, shit. So I went there. 1 week in, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I've got to leave. I was on a 3-month notice, I think, and I was like, honestly, I'm notice. Not, like, there's no point of getting me involved in LADbible. Yeah. If I was leaving. But do you know what? If I was to look back, like, if like my life could have gone either way, I would have loved LADbible.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I love what they do, like, genuinely, and hopefully we're doing some bits of them soon as well. So I kind of like, I really want to do that as well, but I had to chase Cowshed. So yeah, we set up Cowshed. Mm-hmm. We were doing kind of like me and Ryan, business partner, just doing bits and bobs. Like I was directing, producing. He was shooting and editing. Yep. And we were like the perfect, like duo. Mm. And we were genuinely just happy to pick up little branded pieces of work. Yep. So I've been freelancing for years as well, so I knew quite a few brands that I can get in with and do like little social bits.
So you already had that kind of clientele kind of there, but not like,
And I was like, look, what's the worst? It was what's the worst that can happen thing?
COVID.
Literally, COVID.
Yeah.
We'd set up, we did one job for a client, ended up getting a retainer for 12 months. When you sort of say yes to something and then go, now we need to figure out how to actually execute this.
Yeah, I know all about that.
It was very much like that. So we hired a few people. There were 6 of us, so hired 4 people, and then COVID. Oh, so literally, what's the worst that can happen? Worldwide pandemic where you can't work. Brilliant. Yeah, but luckily, mate, it went the other way. Yeah. Like at first, it was shit. We need to furlough everyone. We're not going to get any work in, and well, put it into perspective. At the end of COVID, we had 26 staff.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone was more online, weren't they? So the content that you guys were pushing out,
exactly. like what our business model was always, like I said, it was like make entertainment for brands, because that's the way I personally see the whole industry going.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we'll replay this in a few years, it'll be wrong. Or
I think it is,
it
though.
Could do. It could
Look
do.
on YouTube, it's just...
Yeah, but we took a punt. It was like, right, let's make this kind of longer form content for brands. It shouldn't work, but if we're not doing typical advertising, because you can't do that with Gen Z anymore.
Yeah,
the
no,
younger
of
generation, they just, mate, everyone's got ad blockers on.
Yeah, true.
So we made longer form content. And we were like, we're saying we are a brand, yes, but we're going to give you something of value to watch.
Yeah, of course.
We were like, right, we're on to that. So everyone, during the pandemic, every brand shifted that way. There was no out of home, there's no billboards.
Yeah, true.
All the money came out.
YouTube ads aren't even really a thing as well, because you pay, what, £10 a month and you don't have to watch it.
That's what I mean, mate. I think that, like, God, I'll get killed for getting this wrong by a strategist, but it's like 90-something%, I don't want to say the exact amount, of Gen Z have ad blockers on.
I'm not surprised.
So,
drives me mad. If I'm watching an hour-long YouTube video and there's like a 2-minute ad on it, I'm like, mate, have a day off.
Getting dirty as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You get longer and longer and forced to watch it. You can't even skip it.
People do music videos in them now.
I know, mate. It's mad. It's just boosting the views. But you know what? One thing I will say, I've still got it on purpose. I've got 2 accounts, right?
Yeah.
One I've got an ad blocker on when I just want to chill.
Yeah.
One I haven't, because what I do is watch the ads that I get hit with.
Yeah, of course.
And I go, well, they're doing advertising. I wouldn't say wrong, but I reckon they could be doing something a lot better.
Mine is so targeted.
So I write it down.
Yeah, mine is so targeted now.
Yeah,
It either
same.
represents the clothing line I always wear. It's always them. I don't really mind watching their ads as well.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh, okay, cool. Or job boards. And I'm like...
Yeah, well, the thing is, what I do on that account, so I watch all of our work.
Yeah.
Right? So I get hit with ads that are very targeted to that type of work.
Oh, okay.
So it's brands that are kind of targeting the same people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, write that down, send that to our sales.
Let's
hit them up.
Go
so that's kind of like lead
Fine.
generation, yeah. And it's weird, like the amount of people on that list, I'll say people, brands on that list, they contact us.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's weird.
Some of the stuff, I've got a list here of like Aston Villa, Chelsea, Chunks Young Philly, Foot Asylum, I can never say it, Beta Squad, isn't it?
Beta
Squad,
yeah.
KFC, NFL, Sports Direct, some massive companies in there. What's been your favourite project you guys do?
Oh.
That's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, very difficult.
Yeah.
Do you know what? My favourite one is Locked In for Foot Asylum.
Is that the reality TV show?
Reality show,
Yeah.
because do you know what that was? It was like everything that we've stood for.
Yeah, of course.
In terms of making TV formats for social, it kind of come into fruition. Like, we're literally making a reality show for YouTube, first of its kind.
Yeah.
And if people that don't know what it is, we essentially made a Big Brother, probably so now. Big Brother style show, following 10 YouTubers in a house, and the comments dictated what they did every day.
Yeah, okay.
So we were like...
I think I watched one of them. Is it John Kerr? Is it him?
Yeah, Johnny Carey.
Yeah,
he was in the last one. Yeah. So that's my favourite one, because it was a big production for social. Like basically, like my childhood was like kind of growing up playing Sims.
Yeah,
it was essentially Sims in real life.
What was the money cheat? I
remember that. Yeah, codes.
Yeah, he used to put them in all the time. Yeah.
So locking people in chucking people in a swimming pool, take away the stairs.
Yeah,
Classic, mate. God, that sums up my childhood.
Just cruelty.
Anger.
Sims was good though. Sims 3 is the one that I always remember.
So that was basically what...
Load. That was it.
That was it.
That was the cheat,
That was it. But that's basically what Locked In was like. It was like, we're in the gallery watching it 24/7. Literally, I was doing shifts for like 15 hours.
Right. Must have been
watching
quite tough.
monitors. Yeah, it was tough. But it was basically like you can... There's an element of story producing that goes into every reality show.
I guess you can mess with people.
Like, because you can hear different conversations. We have, like, in the gallery, you can switch between kind of who you're listening to.
Yeah.
So if someone walks off into a corner, you're like, they're having a bit of a sneaky conversation, so you can listen in.
Yeah.
And you get, not get in their heads, but you sort of know what they're talking about, and it's like, right, that's a story we should follow.
Yeah, of course.
And we'll kind of push that story. Or if there's like a little like love interest, like we know to follow that.
Yeah. Is it quite strategic when you were choosing who was going in there?
Yeah. But it's weird because like you cast it thinking, right, that person will get on with that person.
Yeah.
The whole show, we're not about hate. We don't want people arguing. It's not like Big Brother where it's like, let's put in as many different characters they argue.
It's not like X on the Beach. Nothing
no,
like
I
that.
hate that. Like, it's just full of negativity. Like, we got to remember we're a brand as well, Foot Asylum, right? So it's got to stay very positive. And
I don't want people throwing stuff at each other.
And that's why people like it as well. So you put people in going, they'll get on with them, they'll get on with them. And then what happens? They'll get in there and you just see the most surprise friendships. Like, we had like a gamer, Arthur, and he was like best mates with like one of the guys that do like skits and stuff, and it was like, well, that shouldn't work.
Yeah, but it does. And it's
works.
good that it works.
Yeah. So it was amazing.
Yeah, see,
good.
The Foot Asylum stuff is good. I think there's actually a guy local that he went on the haircut one and had his haircut or something. I think Jack was showing it to me, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'd go on that, funnily enough.
No, do you know what, though? Little secret, we do have a professional barber straight after.
Fine.
So he fixes them up.
Yeah,
There's only so much you can do with Philly's.
Yeah, I guess if someone does like the Ronaldo, the R9 one at the front, if someone does anything like that, like you
got to go bald.
Yeah, you're done.
But mate, when they sign up to it, it's literally we can do anything with your hair.
Do they get paid for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, you'd have to give me a pretty big paycheck to let someone mess with my hair like that.
They get paid. I don't know the exact amount, I'll be honest, but yeah, they get paid.
Yeah, I know the Sidemen, I think they pay someone like £1,000 when it's like the girls that all go in there. Yeah, and Philly did one recently, didn't he?
Yeah, mate. Flew.
Yeah, I saw
views
that.
On it. It was like 18 mil last time I checked.
Yeah, because you're quite close to them now, obviously from the filming and everything like that. What's it like working with them?
Oh, mate, they're wicked. Like I said just before we start recording, like I've known Philly since back in the day, mate, when he like first started doing videos, and we used to make like comedy sketches with him, like for the Wall of Comedy, which is like a Facebook. They were a Facebook platform back then. Just to see the growth,
of course,
phenomenal. And then I met Chunks kind of through that circle and Foot Asylum. And then just seeing them grow, it's
crazy, isn't it? Like he was on main stage at Parklife.
It's insane.
I was supposed to go, but I sold my ticket in the end.
Oh, mate, it's insane, and they're pretty humble as well.
Yeah,
pretty humble.
They do
guys.
come across like that. They don't come across that they've got. There's some people you look at. I'm not going to name names, obviously, but there's like some people that you look at and you think, oh, you've probably got a bit of an ego on you, but they don't come across like that.
No, and do you know what it is? It's like when even the cameras are off.
Yeah,
they are fairly similar. Like, of course, like they'd be happy for me saying this. It's like an exaggerated version of themselves.
Yeah, like the laughs and stuff like that.
Like it's entertainment at the end of the day. They're clever guys. They know what they're doing, but they are very similar. Very, very similar. Very nice guys. Yeah.
Who, if you think about sort of the people like your dream person to work with that you guys haven't worked with yet, someone like Philly, Chunks, who do you reckon it is? I reckon it could be. I've got a clue. Someone from the Sidemen, I'm thinking.
I don't know. Do you know what we've worked with? We've worked most of them.
Yeah. Do you work with KSI?
Yeah.
See, that was the one that I was going to think.
I've worked with KSI. Yeah, we did KSI v Logan Paul, the coverage for that.
Okay.
So we went to Vegas to go to his. His mansion that he rented, and we're doing.
Oh, so when he was doing all the boxing, so as in like the trainings videos.
Training for the fight. Like we've worked with him. He's a legend, mate. He's. Do you know what? Like a bit of a tangent here, but he's one of the only guys I've seen do this. But when the crew turn up, he literally goes around every single person and says hello to them.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and I know it doesn't sound like a big thing, but
I can imagine it is, because I can imagine a lot of people don't do that.
A lot of people don't. It's like turn up, do your job, leave.
I can imagine it's like his like job then to remember their names and stuff like that.
And he does, even like the sound operator. Like I spoke to him not long ago, and he said like a shoot months later, he was just like standing above him with a boom pole, and KSI turned around and was like, "Oh,
just remembered him."
You, yeah.
Yeah. That's the good thing, but I think that's the YouTuber generation now as well. It's for people that have just grown crazy online. It's nothing like a big ego. I mean, there's going to be some people with it.
There's always people, like without naming names. I've obviously met quite a few that are like that. But
we spoke about a few before that. It's just gone to their head. We're not going to say names, obviously, but it's just gone to their heads and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of the people that you guys do work with doesn't seem like that.
No, we honestly, like, we carefully select the people we work with as well. And going back to your question, like, who would I want to work with? It's honestly, as cheesy as it sounds, I want to find the next best.
Yeah, of course.
Like Chunks, Philly.
Yeah.
I want it, like, that's the part of, without a sales pitch here, that's what we want to do at Cowshed Creators. I want to find, like, the next up and coming. So they're the people I want to work with, like the younger people coming up. And females, mate, we need more female.
Is it?
Yeah, oh my God, we can't find any girls that are doing that type of content. There's a select few.
Yeah, you got like Amelia.
But how many times do you see Amelia?
My love.
Love your life.
Yeah, she is. Celebrity crush that. Everyone always laughs about it. I don't get why everyone laughs about it.
Amelia's a legend. But
it's the personality. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, she's wicked. But like, you see, right, Amelia, you go straight to Amelia, right?
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, she is.
And then Els the Witch.
Yeah.
Everywhere. It's the same few every single time.
That was the one I was thinking of when I couldn't name one just then. That was literally the other. There's only really two of them, isn't there?
That's what I mean.
Nalia Rose.
Yeah, Nella Rose, we work with her a lot on Foot Asylum.
Yeah.
She's killing it. She's the new presenter of Catfish, actually, UK.
Yeah, I saw that. The thing that always makes me laugh about her is the clip. It was a TikTok. I don't know what video it was. Philly was in it when the little kid was like, when she was like, I want to be known for being cute. And he was like, that's not going to happen. And
I've not seen that,
I'll find it after.
Is that one of our videos?
It might be. Because it's them too, so it must...
That's pretty Foot Asylum.
Yeah, I think it is.
I do watch all my content.
Yeah, she's there like, I want to be known for being cute and this and that, and this like little kid was like, well, that's not going to happen. And Philly just goes off on one.
Jokes. Yeah.
I do think it is a very male dominated scene. I don't know why do you think that is?
I don't know.
I don't think it's.
It's not. I don't even know.
Yeah, do you think it's anything to do with the audience?
Yeah, I think what's happened, right, over the time, there's a lot of, again, I'm not going to name names, but there's a lot of like misogynistic content that's going out. And I do feel like if you're feeding, I won't even say Gen Z, just the younger generation in general, if you're feeding that type of content to them, they are quite impressionable. Like they will, back that side a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
But, like, I don't know. Because there is a lot out there. We just need to find the girls and...
I guess it's kind of different content. A lot of the stuff that you guys push, like the foot asylum stuff, the funny stuff, that's what a lot of the male younger generation are watching.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is like you don't realise, but you've actually got quite a big responsibility when a page gets that big.
Yeah.
It's a big responsibility. You've got to be careful what you put out.
Yeah, definitely.
Like there's the amount of times that we've done content like dating shows and things like that. And we've had to sit in the office and we've got like almost like a little focus group from the office.
Yeah.
It's like, right, let's try and get someone from a different background.
Yeah,
male or female. And it's like, right, what do you think about this? Go.
Yeah. I'm still struggling to think of people.
That's what I mean.
You got like Saffron Baker and people, was it Barker Baker and stuff like that? So
we do all the time, mate.
That's different. That's completely different content, isn't it?
Mate, the thing is, I think what happens is like, if you go into that world as, a creator, I'm not going to call them influencers, that's just offensive to most.
Yeah.
A creator, right? What happens is you'll start putting up, say, beauty content or fashion content just naturally.
Yeah.
Right? And it kind of just takes you that way. You start seeing that money and following that, or you start the vlogging.
Yeah, of course.
Start going that way. It's quite hard to go into like that. I'll call it like entertainment comedy route. It's actually quite hard to shift.
Yeah,
into
it's a big difference. You've got a core following that might not watch.
Yeah, and you've always got men going, oh, women aren't funny, and it's like.
It's like the whole TV presenters, isn't it, with the football stuff? That drives me mad.
Oh, crazy.
There was a goalkeeper, I can't remember. I think Jamie Carragher was the one that came out and was like, she's won all this stuff. She's better speaking about any goalkeeper than any of us are, and there's a lot of stick for it. But like Molly May's another one. She always gets a lot of stick, and I'm just like, like the whole Stephen Bartlett thing. If a guy said that, no one would care.
No, exactly.
No one would care.
Exactly.
There's a lot of jealous
perfect
people.
example, Andrew Tate.
I love him.
Andrew Tate right now is saying all that stuff though.
Yeah, I do.
He's saying you've got to work. You've got to like you're lazy if you like. He's saying the same thing.
I love and hate him. There's a hate. There's some things that he says that I want to hate, but I just find it funny because some of it is actually like I think on his grilling one recently he was talking about like people that have multiple partners and he was saying like back
shout out, that's my good mate Harry Bray running that. He's, killing it, mate.
Well, that's like what he's saying here, it is true and it used to be true and obviously it's not now, but he's from Luton.
I know, it's crazy.
Like
his views are.
Yeah,
he's a clever guy though. Have you seen his kind of like business model that he's doing?
The academy where he's getting people to post the affiliate links and stuff,
and making pages about him.
TikTok's follow with him.
Take cult.
Yeah, well, that's what he came up earlier when we were doing a video, and Sadie was like, who's one of the team, she was like, "Do not mention him." You mentioned it to a girl, yeah. Everyone hates him, and the boys are there like.
See, this is what I mean. Then that's that split.
He'd be a good one to get on something like a foot asylum thing.
Oh my!
I don't think they'd want it. I don't think they'd want it. But could you imagine him on one of like the dating ones?
Yeah.
It would do like silly numbers.
Yeah, it's a funny one with him.
Yeah,
I know people that know him, and I've heard things about him as well. I don't think he's all an act, but there's a certain element of.
Well, he's doing the rounds at the moment, isn't he? Like, I see him on everything.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's a bit of he's the Dan Bilzerian type, where it's like make enough attention around yourself for more people to pay attention to you.
Yeah,
it's like hire girls to chill with you, some more girls come to chill with you.
Yeah,
it's a bit like that.
It is a bit weird. I don't know. He does make me laugh. Because going back to the like dream person, I was going to say like footballers, but you guys, you've done it.
Yeah,
you've KDB. I've seen Kante and stuff like that. Yeah, Chilwell.
KDB, the legend, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kevin De Bruyne, mate. He was one of the nicest footballers to work with.
Really?
Worked with Messi though as well.
Do you know what? We were speaking about this the other day when we booked it in, and I was like, I literally just refreshed my Instagram, and it was like your Messi thing, and I was like, it's Callum. I was like. Look at that then.
Yeah, Messi. I love Ronaldo as well. I don't want to snake Messi here, but Ronaldo. I'd love to work with Ronaldo. He's
I think a lot of footballers get a lot of bad credit. There's one that I'll stick up for to a certain degree, but not too much because he has done a lot of things wrong. John Terry. Yeah. Right. When I was younger, Reading played Chelsea. I had a Chelsea shirt to get him to sign it. And he made the whole team sign it when everyone was ignoring us. So I'm like, I've got like a little love for him because of that. Because as a 7-year-old, that made my probably day until the next team came and did the same thing, right? I didn't. My brother liked Chelsea. I didn't really care for him, but he made him do that, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like you've done actually, like you didn't need to do that. You were just sat on the bench. Like Joe Cole was another one that was very similar.
Worked with him on Chelsea.
Yeah.
Lovely guy, mate. Oh, that was a surreal one for me.
Yeah. You got to think, you got to go back to when we were growing up. He was
the guy, mate.
Yeah.
That team.
Yeah.
Your Gary Nevilles. You know what I mean? Your Joe Coles. I mate, like Rooney back in the day as well. Like, and then you meet these people and it's just like before we were recording, I said it, you become a little bit numb to it.
Yeah, of course.
But then if I step back sometimes and go, I was just having a casual chat with like Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, of course.
Mate, I was having a kickabout with him.
See, do you ever find it difficult? Because I know a lot of people like believe like their own hype to a certain degree. And, like when you're in the moment, you think, oh, that, and you step back and you look at everything, and you're there. Like, do you ever find it difficult to keep sort of level-headed when you look back at it? Think, I thought it was messy and stuff like that.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I'm a little bit blasé about it all, which is not good. But then equally, it keeps you grounded. I think if I got excited about everything, it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, 100%. Next footballer, it's like, wait,
yeah,
what?
like I can't have meetings or shoots with people when I'm like gassed about it.
Yeah, of course.
Every single one, but like. It keeps you grounded if you're a little bit blasé. But sometimes you do. You know when I realise it's like quite crazy what we're doing is when I speak to my mum.
Oh, okay.
It's my mum keeps me grounded, mate. Because I go, it was because I say it so just off the cuff. She was like, "Oh, you've been up to this week?" So I was like, "Oh, I was down at Cobham, filming with Chelsea." So, "Oh, who you filming with?" I was like, "Oh, I was with like Joe Cole, and Azpilicueta and all that." She was like, "What?" She was like, what? Like the Joe Cole, is it?
Yeah,
like Chelsea legend. And that's when you go, oh, right, yeah, this is big.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is quite big. So
I guess when you go in there and you don't sort of gas them up too much and like you have that kind of mutual respect, really, then they don't see you as just like a fan or something like that. They see you as a colleague then at that point.
Honestly, mate, like every single celebrity I meet, I don't talk about work to them.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not like, I saw your video or, I saw that game and... I talk to them about life.
Yeah.
And they do appreciate it. You can tell they appreciate it.
Oh, massively. Even we had it with Tom. Like, we didn't really like, when we were like chilling with it after, we just went like West Ham and stuff like that. And we weren't really like gassing him up too much or anything like that. And you could see like he was appreciating that. Like he was following us both on Instagram, he's been liking all our stuff, replying to our stories and everything like that. Yeah. And it's just like, I think if you do give someone that pedestal a bit, then if they act a bit arrogant, then you've put them up to it. Mate, you've given the pedestal to do it.
People wonder why celebrities turn into divas. The way society in general treats celebrities is insane. I mean, you think about it, like you leave your house, right? You haven't booked your travel, someone's booked it for you. You get there, it's in a luxury car, you get on set, someone's coming up to you, do you want a drink?
Oh, you would be.
Going to makeup, you feel like...
you feel like royalty.
You walk outside and fans have found out where you're filming, and there's hundreds of people screaming, asking for your autograph and pictures. You're going to feel like... like God, mate.
Yeah, it was a weird one. I met Trey Songz. Yeah, and I always remember this because there was loads of people waiting for him and everything like that. And then I was like, oh, let's get a photo of him. So we got a photo of him, and he was so calm to us because we weren't going mad for him. We basically weren't a girl screaming for him. Yeah. And he just stood there and like chatted to us for 5 minutes, and then like everything. He was so cool. And then went back to like being like the show kind of thing. Yeah. All because we didn't just like buy into the whole thing. That's
what you got to do though.
Oh, you
got to do it. Keep them grounded.
Yeah,
it's our job.
Yeah, it's good for it. But then, so Blank Canvas. So that's where we met.
We did,
obviously. So Inside Out project. So yeah, shout out to Zach and Greg on that one. That was a good day. I mean, you did a lot of work beforehand with it. So I jumped in on the day, basically.
Yeah,
just turned up.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of behind the scenes that you guys were doing. And if anyone that doesn't know, obviously it was ex-offenders, young offenders, and clothing line. And I've still got the hoodies and the hats. And
same, mate.
I gave them out to like my mum came with me. She got a hoodie. Yeah. The person that was filming, they got a hat.
Same, mate. The whole office is like just decked out in
they're quite comfy though.
They are.
Yeah, they're quite nice. But
Shout out to Greg and Zach.
Yeah,
great stuff.
So they obviously created this fashion brand themselves. They did all the sort of work behind it, and you were documenting it all as well, putting everything. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, wicked, mate. Like honestly, like one of our key things is kind of like giving back.
Yeah,
that's one of our values.
Yeah, nice.
It's because like I literally, without going into like a story of me, I literally came from nothing whatsoever. Yeah. Like my childhood, like nothing. And I don't know if I would have been given the chance if I wasn't just lucky and in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
I think some of the most creative people are out there. They've just not been given the opportunity. And a lot of the guys that were on that program, the ex-offenders, they're like, some of them, I won't go into their crimes, but some of them are like businessmen.
Yeah, I've got them all on LinkedIn.
Yeah, like they're proper businessmen.
So one of them dropped a music video as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one.
Mate, they're like entrepreneurs, and they've got that drive, they've got that passion, and also they've been in prison, they've you know, they don't want to go back there.
Yeah, making an effort as well.
Yeah, so this, like, the reason we got involved is to give them a chance, really, and also to show that you can build a brand up, like, inside out, from scratch. You don't need millions and millions and millions.
Yep.
Go out and do it yourself. Make it and do it.
Yeah.
Gymshark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, like, do that.
Yeah. I've got this thing. I prefer Lewis Morgan to Ben Francis.
Oh, beef.
Yeah. I've got. I don't know why. I've watched into it a lot. I just prefer him.
Yeah, you got to rate it though. Like.
Oh yeah, I rate it. I remember I went to Body Power in like 2014, and they weren't anything that big then, but they had all like the fitness influencers there. Or creators, whatever you want to call them. Like Jeff Side, I think it was there. Like there's a few like Hodge twins, and they were just giving out everything, and their stand was popping.
Mate, they tapped into that quick. They were one of the early people to adopt that kind of model.
Oh, they smashed it. The shirts as well, like they weren't anything special. They just had the logo print on it. Yeah. And I still see people in the gym now wearing those shirts. I'm like, that was from Body Power so long ago.
Mate, honestly, this is true story. I got given one.
Yeah.
I think I was at a similar expo, and it was because I used to work in a gym.
Yeah,
so it's for Virgin Active.
Fine.
I went to an expo, and they were giving out tops and that, and I got given a Gymshark one. And I remember looking at it thinking, I ain't wearing some, like, I'll be straight, some dead brand.
Yeah, so like big branding. I don't like any branding.
So
like,
I never wore it, and then years later I'm like, oh, okay, that's one of the biggest.
It is crazy, like, but they were both there just doing it as well. And I think it was this one we went to was in Birmingham, and it was just crazy how they've done it. I mean, they did a market stall the other week. I spoke about that with Tom actually. They had Ben Francis down on a market stall giving out stuff and selling stuff, and I was like, you guys are so switched on with it.
Strong marketing now.
Yeah,
but
they've smashed it.
You know, like inside out, that's what they can go on and do now. Like they just that thing for people that don't know, it was obviously teaching them the tools to start a business.
Yeah.
Everything from CVs like yourself.
Yeah.
You obviously took that over, and ours was kind of like building a brand strategy and a kind of brand look and feel. We did like the logo designs and everything for them, colour palettes, and going to like the real basics. Then we taught them how to kind of like push it on social predominantly.
Well, that's the thing. It did go mad. I think we were actually at the day at the shop and everything, and I didn't really realise how crazy it had gone. Every news outlet.
Mad. Yeah, we were there straight after, like BBC, Sky, ITV. Everyone covered it.
Yeah, we walked down there, and I was like, why are all these cameras? Like, I was like, what? And then I was like, let's go get some food. Like, I'm not walking in there just yet. And then we came back, and I was like, we took a camera down and everything. I was trying to get like Zach for a quick chat, and I was just there like, he's with like LADbible, then he's with someone else, and he was someone else, and I was like,
LADbible as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
I was like, right, okay, I'm not getting a good quick.
I mean, it smashed it though. But yeah, like I said before, like we're doing the next one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, but keep it in for now.
Yeah. Zach will listen to it as well. So he'll see it as us and be like, oh,
we might be doing another one.
Yeah.
But
I think he spoke to me before about the next one. The next one I think is going to be bigger. Yeah. A lot bigger, and I think it'll get a lot more coverage as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I won't say too much more.
Yeah, I don't think we can. No. But it was a good day. I tell you what, I love using a mic like this, yeah? I'm going to cover that, but a handheld one.
Oh, how awkward is it?
When we were sat there, I was getting so hot under these lights, and I'm like, I'm going to drop it. And I'm thinking in my head that I keep thinking, I've got a mic here. Am I on stage like freestyling or something like that as a joke? Yeah. And it kept like going from my head, and Greg would ask me a question. I'm like, oh, okay.
I had a result on that panel. I obviously didn't speak to you after because you went straight into your workshop. I was in the middle.
Yeah, I know.
So it went along each time. So I got to hear each person before.
When we were sat down, you were like, oh, no, you go on that one. And I was like, oh, so tactical. I realised after.
No, I didn't realise.
Because Greg then would ask me the first. I'm like, and then what I'd realise is like you say something and everyone go, yeah, no, I agree, and then I'd give like a little slightly different answer. Then I can't remember the girl at the end. I think she then hers was really long because then she'd heard already what we'd said, and then she got time to think about it.
Build on it. Yeah, because it's like I would have an idea of what I was going to say, and then you would say something, and I'd be like, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I kept having that with you, and I was like, I don't want to just say yeah, same. Well, like Greg, when he'd say something, and he'd whisper something to us, and I'm like, you just throw me off now. You just whispered something.
It's funny.
But it was a good day. It was kind of surreal, really. Looking back at it now, I still watch the video now. I'm like, that was crazy.
No, it's a great project to be a part of.
That was one of the first things we filmed as well. And I remember the first thing I did was clap really loudly on the mic. I'm like, why did I do that? And we're in Reading Station, you just hear a clap, and I'm like, oh.
That was good.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I felt so hot now. I was like, I'm going to drop a mic, and then something's going to happen. And then it was just one of those days.
People staring at you as well. Like, are you used to that? Like, people, like being on stage and people looking, or?
Classrooms, yeah. Like doing it in a classroom and stuff like that, and you get grilled a lot more then. I think the workshop was a lot harder for me. I preferred the panel.
Right.
It wasn't because the panel was all right. There was a lot more people there because the room was full, and I was like, it filled up quickly though. I think.
Do you know what it is? There's quite a few like professionals in the room as well.
Yeah.
And they know their stuff.
Yeah, I think there was a reporter there because Zach said to me like a heads up. There's a reporter here that's just like from a newspaper that wasn't invited. I'm not going to say which one it is, but.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah, got a red banner.
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
They didn't get invited.
Oh.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Yeah, 3-letter. Yeah,
that one.
So they didn't get invited, and I was this guy was just asking really difficult questions. Like even the CV bit, we did Don, one of the guys that was on it, he gave like his CV out, saying like this is an example of what I would do, and the guy ripped it to shreds. He was like, well, why is it 3 pages? You've moved around a lot. You're very job hoppy.
What, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you had to shoot off, but
he was bitter.
Oh, it was terrible. Like I was like looking at it, going, happy you're not doing this to me.
Got ripped.
Yeah, I'd have just been like, who are you talking to? Like, but yeah, he went in big time, and Zach said after, and I was like, that makes sense.
Right.
He was just trying to be difficult.
Wow.
And I was like, why even come?
Yeah, innit?
Like, why come and be difficult? Like, this is like a charity thing. This is a really good like project that people have done. And I don't know why you're here trying to do it. It drives me mad.
Yeah, but it was good.
Yeah,
we met, so
yeah, exactly. It was a good laugh. It was a good laugh. We ended up. I think I went to Pagoda after in Paddington. I got battered.
Did you? I don't know why. I think I just come to a meeting. I was saying after him dead.
I then. Do you know what though? That morning we had one of our team hand their notice in. So I'm there. They've just handed their notice in. I'm like, I need to be back at the office, really.
Shook up.
And I'm just like, I'm not going to think about it. I just don't
Mate, that honestly, that is one of the hardest things about business, I think.
Yep.
And I don't think people see that at all. If you're not like the owner of a business or even like a manager in a business, I think like you have so many ups and downs in one day.
Oh,
and you just become sort of just level. So all the good things, you just
don't celebrate them.
You don't celebrate them because like you come out of a meeting, I've won the biggest pitch ever.
Yeah,
it could be the biggest contract in history. Next meeting, something like that happens. Someone leaves or negativity, and it's just like, all right, back down.
That for me is the hardest thing is the managing the people. Like I used to hire mates and stuff like that, and we had to let go of a mate.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
That was luckily the guy. It was kind of mutual.
Right.
We're still very close, so it's all right. But it's tough. Also, if you do a lot for someone, and then you think, I've like gone a real long way here, and like gone the extra mile, then they leave and go to competitor. That's one that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Burns.
I'm quite soft, really.
Yeah.
I talk about how angry I was as a teenager, but it's made me softer, if anything. So I get like quite personal, like
they say, don't take it personally, but I can't not because it is personal.
Yeah, like we've not had to let go of too many people, but like we have had to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll not say who and when, but like I love these people as well.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? You spend so much time with them.
Yeah, I had to be the one delivering the news as well, and I was like,
horrible, isn't it?
Mate, it killed me.
It's the worst.
Killed me.
You feel like the most horrible bloke in the world.
I'll be straight up. I went home at night. I don't care about saying this. I went home at night and cried, you know?
Yeah.
I was in bits.
It's horrible.
I was like, this is awful. I was like, this is what I hate. Like,
makes you question it, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you're in charge of people's, like, not in charge of their lives, but there's a big responsibility to, you're paying their wages at the end of the day, and, like, you spend most of your life working.
Yeah.
So I'm very much all about trying to keep people happy and create that nice environment. And then when you got to let someone go, it's like, you literally have got to go back to
It is horrible. Like we're about to do an academy, so we're going to bring in like 4 or 5 people, do all the training and everything like that. And so we're interviewing people now, and we interviewed someone yesterday. I can't really say too much about it, but it's going to come out so much later that I could probably get away with it. And I'm not going to say their company name, but they're like, they found out because they went on the person's LinkedIn and looked for her messages while she was away. Saw that she was looking. They came back, and she got sacked for it.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
No, you're not. You're not.
I don't think you're actually allowed to do that at all.
This guy,
that is awful.
He makes them wear the same, like one colour and stuff like that. I can't say anything about it, really. But yeah, he cut someone's tie off wearing the wrong colour.
Mate, that's you're so naive to think that other people within your business are not looking at other jobs.
I think they've had 15 people leave in a year.
But you've got to start self-reflecting.
Yeah, they're only a head count's only like 15.
Yeah, you've got to start looking at yourself at that point. Like every time, like I see someone, if there's someone in a business like not performing, they've just got attitude or they're not driven, I always look at myself first.
Oh, 100%.
And go like, why are they not driven?
Yeah,
well, that means they're probably not excited about
the work
changing
something or
yeah. So it's never the person. I mean, of course, I say never. You get people that
sometimes
will just
they're bad eggs and stuff like that, but it's difficult. We have that when we're recruiting, where we put a lot of stuff out. Like we do get decent applications, not probably on your level, which we'll talk about in a sec. Because I remember, but it's you have to try suss that out really quickly. But obviously you guys are growing massively. I remember when I put out that I was speaking at Blank Canvas with you, I had like 2 or 3 messages and people said, I've applied for jobs there, can you put a word in for me? And I'm thinking, no, not really. Like, the first thing I did, to be fair, one of them I did say like, this girl did message me, because I was thinking, I actually know who this person is, so I can't not. But the other 2, I'm thinking, well, am I going to do that? Like, in the nicest way possible. Like, I'm like, he hasn't responded for a reason.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're good, then
I get messages from people, like individuals, and honestly, I want to get back to every single person. And I always used to say, back in the day, I think
they did get a response from you, to be fair.
Yeah, I used to say, I'll get back to everyone. But you don't.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
And like, I always used to think, like, if I was ever a celebrity, I'd be so nice. I'd get back to everyone. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. And literally, we get hundreds and hundreds.
I'm
and
not
hundreds
surprised.
per job.
I bet your marketing manager one got thousands.
Yeah, like we got a lot. Yeah, like the one that got the most is we're looking for a content creator. So somebody that can essentially make like the social content around our campaigns.
Fine.
So someone that knows Instagram, Reels, TikTok, Shorts. We got bombarded.
Yeah, how many got thousands, do you reckon?
Yeah. Because we did a social post, we said people can send in like a video CV as well to show a bit of creativity as well.
Got TikTok and tag them and stuff
Yeah. So a bit of a marketing.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
But like it kind of blew up. But that was the tough one, where it's like going back to the Inside Out thing a second ago. It's like loads of those people might have been so good, but their CV, you'll know this best.
Yeah.
They're working in like Costa or like in a gym or whatever it is. They might be the best content creator in the world, but I can't see it. So that's why we did the video thing.
Yeah, see, I think it's an average recruiter looks, I think, a CV for like 7 to 10 seconds, and they'll discard it. Yeah. So it has to be written in a way. And everyone's like, how do you write in a way? And they're like, just be easy to read.
Honestly, my thing, you're the expert, you'd be able to tell me, but my thing is just get my attention. Like, do something creative.
Yeah, there's certain things that, like, we spoke about this in the workshop, I wouldn't put photos on there. Like, people put photos, and I'm like, someone's like, okay, it opens to discrimination. Okay, yeah, it does, but if an employer is going to discriminate on that photo, they're going to search your Facebook and discriminate anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the kind of employer looking at.
True story. So when I get CVs through, I don't look at name or anything.
Yeah.
I literally look at their CV first.
Yeah.
So I don't even look at the name. So I don't care about that. But even still, you look at the CV and it doesn't paint a full picture.
No.
So for me, it's like where we do a lot of video content, I'm like, right, someone come at me with something creative, make us a video. And one girl actually, sick, so good. She found all of our work.
Yeah.
Right, and she literally made a CV using words in our videos.
That's sick.
So she edited it all.
That's
sick.
Cool.
So good. Unfortunately, look, true story. We actually didn't because she was genuinely too good for the role we needed.
Fine.
But now there's a role that's come up, and I'm like, damn it. Should have got her, but she's someone else. Yeah. But honestly, it was one of those. I'm a true believer in that as well. Like, there are genuinely people overqualified. I used to think that was such a joke term.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hire someone that's sat there.
Yeah, they'll get bored. But have you ever heard of Rise of 7? Rise at
7,
yeah. So someone sent an application, then like a shoebox. They like designed a shoebox and sent in some shoes that are like all branded by them. And then I think they put it on their YouTube, and I was like, that is so sick.
Yeah, it's clever. It's just something you just got to get people's attention.
But there are certain industries that you need to do that to stand out.
Yeah.
But then there's some industries like recruitment that you just send your CV, whatever, call up, and you can get an interview probably. But it's good though. It's nice to see that people are that creative and do make an effort. 'Cause it must be quite flattering for you.
Yeah, it's great.
Like they're like, cool. Someone's actually taking the time to edit something like.
Yeah, just a bit of effort. So I don't do a copy and paste job.
Yeah.
That frustrates me. Like the cover letter is just like
I don't read them.
You literally not looked at what we do, and then you get some that are real personal.
Yeah.
Like
if someone's done a really personalised one, I can quickly see it. I'll read it. But the other ones is like, I'm applying for your position because.
Right. You get that a lot. Yeah. And one guy we just hired, shout him out, Simon.
Yeah.
Junior producer. His email, like the reason we kind of hired him is, one, I remembered his name from our socials, so I could tell he was a fan of the work that we did already.
Yeah.
Then two, in the email, he literally used, it was quite similar to the video thing, he used like quotes from loads of our work.
Fine.
And he just grabbed, like, I was like, all right, cool, I'll pay attention. And then looked at what he did, and he was sick.
It was good.
I hope he is.
Yeah. It's still in probation, like, this comes out, like, Harry, can we actually cut that out? He's left, it didn't work out, disciplinaries, everything like that.
No, but he's a good guy, good energy. So.
Yeah. But that's it. I guess hiring is one of the hardest things. Do you know what? Like, I sometimes I'll say no to someone, and then I feel bad. Like after the interview yesterday, I felt horrible. Because we were like, oh, I'm not sure yet. I think we might second stage and everything like that. But then I'm there like, you've actually got sacked because you messaged. Okay, fine, you messaged other agencies as well, but like Jack, I can tell this story because I don't. Yeah. So when we interviewed Jack, my ex used to work in the same building as us.
Right.
Yeah, and somehow Jack's boss found out that he was interviewing us.
Okay.
She knows the boss. I've got no proof that it was her, but it's her. Yeah, but she did it, and Jack got pulled into a meeting, then he got sacked over it. I think we were at second stage. We were going to make him do. He was about to get sacked, so that's the thing. And they were like, basically, like we were going to get rid of you if you are blah blah blah. If you're going to leave, then just leave. And like a little bit weird about it. And then we were going to make him do a presentation, and I'm thinking, how old's Jack? 25. You've got your car. You've got other things like that. If you're out of work, and then I've not hired you because you're interviewing with me and you got found out by my ex.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Yeah,
so that I was just like, we offered him. But one of the best decisions. He's great. Yeah. So like it didn't come back to bite me. But
it's very hard to stay kind of like professional in an interview and not take that kind of personal side. But
I don't, my interviews aren't professional.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah, I ask him like what their favourite karaoke song is, what
I keep it real. So
is.
basically, luckily I've kind of got to the stage where I don't, like the people that are interviewing for jobs are not people like directly line reporting to me.
Yeah, of course.
So they're kind of like a lot of them like more junior level.
Yeah.
I literally don't talk to them about work when I interview because they've done all that. That's first stage. They've done all that with the line manager. So when they get to me, I literally just talk to them about like, what music you into? Like the most I go into work is like, what social platforms do you engage with?
Yeah, of
course. Just like get an idea of like what.
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't see. Like, I get it, like, especially with us like trainees. I don't speak about work because they don't know anything really about it because they haven't started it yet.
It's about people, isn't it? Like building a business. Like that's literally what Cowshed has been built on. Foundation of people. And if everybody gets on, everyone wants to work together. Everyone strives for greatness. Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to help each other. Yeah, that's what we're all about. So whenever we hire someone, I need to know that they fit in. Not that I want a bunch of clones. Yeah, of course. But at least characteristics that would fit in. Yeah. That's people,
important. Like we're all so similar. We're all going on a day drinking session tomorrow. To be fair, we're going regatta. The Henry Regatta. Do you know? It might rain though, so we're like, can't we do this if it rains? We've got little business cards we're handing out for our academy tomorrow. So we'll go up to people, chat to them. If they're like, I'm not working at the moment, I'll be like, bang, nice. Join the academy. Yeah. So we're hoping that we've got like 1,000. We're not going to give out 1,000 business cards. If not, you'll see all the path in Henley covered with our business cards. The people are just being like, shut
generation, up. I was pissed. Sounds like a great idea.
Do you know what? I got into recruitment from being in a bar. Someone stopped me speaking, same as Jack. And it's quite a common way people get into recruitment.
Really?
Yeah, because you'll be chatting to people because the people that are out there speaking to from being sociable, and you're there like, that's the kind of person that we need. So it's a good breeding ground for it.
Fair.
But you have to be careful who you approach. If I start approaching girls that are 18, 19 about it, I look a bit weird.
True.
So Sadie will go do that.
Right, yeah.
So then you match it up, because if not, like, I look well dodgy doing that. I mean, I'm only 24. I'm only 24, so...
Are you really?
Yeah. So...
Well in.
No, I feel like I'm going bald already. The stress at the back of my head. I'm like, my brother keeps joking about it. I'm like, mate, shut up.
Happens, mate. Happens. I'm starting to see it a little bit.
Mate, turkey job. It's coming soon. But yeah, no, we'll be quite strategic about who goes up to who and stuff like that. Because it just comes across a bit weird as well. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it, which will be
nice.
Be interesting. But is there any projects coming up as well that you're really excited? I know you said about you just want quite a new big contract as well.
Yeah, like literally, yeah. I mean, at the time this goes out, we'll have a few videos out so I can say it, but Sports Direct,
nice.
We won, which is a massive one for us. I know we're up against quite a few of the kind of big dogs in the industry, so kind of landing that, it weren't even about money, it was kind of course, that's part of it, but it was more so us going, we are literally in competition with these agencies that we used to aspire to be like.
Yeah, of course.
Now we're beating them to business. Crazy.
People look at the content you guys have done.
Yeah, and that one's wicked. So we're doing, I don't think I can say the exact amount of videos, but we're doing a lot of like YouTube videos and then loads of social assets around
Quite similar to like the Foot Asylum stuff. Or?
Yeah, so it's almost take the Foot Asylum channel, make it sport.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I guess you've got sporting contacts already.
Got loads.
Messi. I've got just Bell Messi. Yeah. Leo, your pants going down.
Mate. Yeah, mate, can't afford him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's a big project.
I don't even want to know how much he actually charges. I don't even want to know.
Oh, it's sickening, mate. Funny story about that, actually. Hilarious story. Now.
Yeah.
Not then. So we filmed the whole day before, right? Yeah. Bearing in mind, this cost literally hundreds of thousands, this campaign.
Oh, right? I can imagine his fee alone.
Mate, joke. Yeah. So we had a body double in for him.
Okay.
So he's come in and you get the shots with like legs, body, side shots because he looks
identical.
It's crazy. So he had like, the messy beard and everything.
Yeah.
Look, the part. So most of the shoot's done. So Messi just needs to turn up for literally 15 minutes. And we got like 4 shots. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
And then the whole ad was done.
Right. That's mental.
Right. Messi turns up in the morning, day after, shaved his beard. Shaved his beard fully off. so we
I'm going to hear Callum laughing about that as well.
So literally everyone is looking at him like, and people haven't clocked straight away. And I've turned around to my business partner, right? And I've just gone, mate, he hasn't got a beard. It's like, we've literally got all these shots. So it cost hundreds of thousands.
I guess that's not even a question you think to ask. Messi, you still got your beard?
Just like, I don't know if people briefed him, like, don't shave. It's not really something that goes in a brief usually.
Yeah.
Just decided to shave in the morning. But we only had him for 15 minutes. So it was like, everyone go, go, go. So it was so regimented. He literally, every like step was planned out. And no exaggeration, every step planned out.
Did he stop to take photos of people, or was it like in-out job?
Weren't allowed.
Really?
Weren't allowed. It was like literally
you guys get some. I get you guys got some names. You got a video and you could just stop it.
I got a little signed shirt, PSG shirt, to Cowshed and that. It's quite cool.
That's sick.
I need to go up in the office actually. But no, literally for the minute he got in, it was like, right, wardrobe in, out. You got 2 minutes. Literally time it on. He's out. Cool. Photos over there. Studio's already set up. Good to go. 2 poses each angle. Next.
And I bet that was 6 or 7 figures.
Yeah. Crazy. So yeah, that was cool.
That's mental. I don't even know what I'd do. That's the thing about the whole entrepreneur thing, at the highs and lows. You must be like such a high. Messi's coming in. He shaves his beard off, and you're there like bang.
The stress.
You're there like what?
Mate, do you know what? I went past stressed.
Yeah,
I think because I just found it hilarious. It was one of those things when you literally can't do anything.
Yeah, you can't be there like grow it back.
I always look at things like that in business as well. I think in life, I've kind of I think like this. It's like, can I change it?
Yeah.
No. What is the point of being annoyed then?
Yeah.
If I can change it, different story. I'll do something about it.
Yeah.
If I can't change it, then you just got to laugh about it.
I feel like I've done quite well at like detaching emotion from things. Yeah, like that's something that I feel like I'm quite good at, and I feel if I didn't do that, I'd be caught up on everything. Yeah, like the little things like that would bug me for ages and ages, but now like not really.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best things you can do.
Yeah,
as an entrepreneur is like learn to detach.
Yeah.
Don't emotionally respond. To everything.
Yeah, if you do, you end up getting caught in arguments, you're getting stupid little... I haven't got time for it, I can't be bothered.
Just don't react. Like, I've learned over the years to just, like, if someone says something that bugs me, just take a second, literally, and just be like, right, how am I responding to this? If you don't know how to respond, just be like, I'll get back to you.
See, I always think about, like, texts and emails. I always think, what would this look like in a group chat?
I do that.
Yeah.
I remember...
I think about, like, DMs as well on Instagram. What would it look like in a group chat?
The earliest thing I learned was from actually our lawyer. Very important person to learn bits from. Our lawyer that said, anything you say, imagine if that got brought up in court.
Yeah.
And how that can be misinterpreted.
Email's the worst for it.
Stuck with me.
It's because if you're in a bad... I used to have this all the time. I used to always be in a bad mood. I'm like, someone annoy you and you're in a bad mood because I couldn't detach the emotion from it. Someone sent me an email. They might not mean that in a shitty tone, but I've read that in a shitty tone, and then I've gone back in a shitty tone.
Yeah.
And then it's blown up.
Oh, mate, I had to actually speak to someone during the pandemic, during lockdown, about how they were speaking on Slack. Because I had to go, like, I've spoken to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I knew her before. Him, her.
Yeah.
Can't say. This person.
Yeah.
Before. And lovely person. I was like, but the way you're coming across on Slack messaging is just, I'm really...
Okay.
Yeah. Like, an editor's worked on something for 3 months, grafted, stayed up late, done everything they could on it, puts it in. I send this to client now. It's like, come on, but in person, they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's when it's...
But it's like the people that use K and stuff like that. I'm thinking, what did you do the time that you saved? Right? I always think this. I'm like, mate, M8, you've actually had to press the numbers to do that. You could have just... That would have saved...
But full circle going back. But that's why, like, you got to think emotionally.
Yeah.
But don't emotionally respond.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's quite important.
Yeah, so we'll get onto the spike now. So obviously the whole point of the show, you've had a bit of time to think about this now as well. Give you a bit of a heads up. So your spike is a thing that's unique to you. It's made you stand out. It could help you in any way, but obviously mainly like business and life, which is every way basically. But what do you think your spike is?
Me as a person or me as business?
Let's go both. Go person actually. We'll do person.
Do you know what? I think they're similar anyway.
Yeah.
I think they're the same actually. I'm very much, I take the no bullshit approach.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say it how it is. And it's not to offend. If I disagree with something, I will say it. I'll say it in a very, like, you know, diplomatic way.
Yeah.
But I will just, it's no bullshit. It is what it is. I wear my heart, you know, right here, mate. And it's, like, even with the crying thing, I'll tell you, I went back and cried.
Yeah.
It's normal.
It is. 100%.
I don't want a front. And I don't ever want to be that person that puts on a front to pretend to be someone else. I'm just going to be myself and do it my own way.
Yeah.
And I'm very stubborn like that. And I've always been very driven. I know what I want to do, but I'll do it my way. And the minute I have to, you know, like, put people to the side and it's about business and money, that's when I've lost it, mate. That's when someone needs to pull me back down, like my mum. And go, what are you doing? So yeah, I'm no bullshit. And I think that then filters into work as well. Like, that's another one of our values, actually, is no bullshit.
Yeah, I also don't be a dickhead.
There you go. Yeah, so we put that in place because it was like, if we're not going to sell you something that you don't need.
Yeah, of course.
We're very truthful. We're very, you know, like, if we think your work's shit, we say it's shit because we're trying to help you.
Yeah, because you don't want that to get put out as well. That gets put out and then it's a bad reflection.
And if we make a mistake, we'll go, we've made a mistake. It's human.
Yeah, of course.
As long as it's not completely like...
it's not just ruin the client and everything.
Yeah, it's not like we've shaved Messi's beard. You know?
You pinned him down when he came in.
So, you know, you just got to own it and be honest.
Yeah.
And I think that's my spike, if you will. Like, it's just no bullshit. Say it how it is and you get a lot done. Don't beat around the bush.
Yeah, be direct with it.
Just be direct. Have a goal. Go for it.
Do you think that's changed over the years? When you look back when you first started Cowshed Collective, do you think your spike was different then to what it is now?
No.
I think it's the same.
The same.
Stay true to yourself,
Yeah, because I think it's like built into me.
Yeah.
Like, even as a teenager, like, go full circle, going right back to the beginning, like I was at school. Yeah. Even when teachers were saying stuff to me.
Yeah.
People probably listening to this thinking, you must have been a right dickhead. They weren't like that. I questioned a lot.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this seems like bullshit to me.
Yeah, well, every teacher's going to, if any teacher listens to this, is going to say something. I'm not saying this about my teachers directly, but I used to struggle with certain teachers, like some business teachers. Why am I taking advice off you?
Yeah.
And it's a terrible mindset to be in when you're at college. It really is. And like, you come across arrogant. You come across, everyone says, oh, it's cheeky. No, it was arrogant.
But there's two sides to it because like, I do think that as well sometimes. But on the other side, you have got to learn, and this is what I did learn at school, to listen to people that are teaching you it.
Definitely.
Right? You don't try and be above everything. Like, I act all cocky, like, why do I need to know this? But actually, now I look back and I'm like, I actually learned quite a lot.
Some of it, I mean, why do we need to learn it? Pythagoras theory. Have you ever used it?
But if you go in that route,
then
fair.
I don't know anyone that's used it.
I mean, I don't.
I ask people all the time because I'm just curious. It's like I've never looked up and said what cloud it is.
Yeah. And I do think that's where the system does need to change. Like, and we're, without saying too much, we're starting a program.
Yeah.
To teach people.
Is this with Zach as well?
Yes.
I know about that.
Yeah.
Yep. We won't say about it, but
So that I'm so invested into that because it's just, let's teach life lessons. Like, mate, did you know how to do a tax return?
No.
Like, seen how frightening it is?
Yeah. Well, that's actually, Zach mentioned that to me actually about CVs and interviewing and stuff like that, which is stuff as well. Like, okay, you get taught a little bit about CVs at school, but you don't really get, because you do a good CV once, you don't need to do another one.
Yeah.
Because you can just add it to it.
I think at school, I think they should teach more sort of like psychology. And how to work with people.
Definitely.
And different personality traits and, you know, how to get the best out of people.
And like DISC and stuff like that. We do a lot with DISC now. Just so you have, when you speak to certain clients, you know how to act and stuff like that. That's quite a good thing. If you got taught that at school, you'd get in so much less drama.
That's what I think as well. Like, I do think you do have to be left to your own devices, I think, at school sometimes. Figure it out. You know, you're going to have little beefs with people. You're going to really get on with people. That's it. That's a life lesson. Yeah. And like, we're going back, like, that's a social... Yeah. That's a social element of it. But... yeah, I think it just that does need to shift.
100%.
But yeah, going back, I've always been like that, true to myself, no bullshit.
It's the best way to be, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 100%. We won't say what Andrew Tate says about lying and men lying and stuff like that.
I won't go into that too much.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah, but I kind of laughed about it. But yeah, so dinner guests then. Three people. You've got to cook as well, so you've got to say what you're going to cook.
I've got to cook?
Yeah, I've just threw that in a spanner there. Yeah. So who, dead or alive? Doesn't matter.
Dead or alive. I've got a bit, first person, I've got a bit of an obsession with Elvis at the minute because of the film.
New film. I haven't watched it, but...
mate, I love that guy. I got brought up on Elvis.
Fine.
Right, like my nan and granddad, they're like Elvis mad. It's it's like a shrine to Elvis when you go in their house.
So you go to like Hard Rock Cafe. You've been to the vault in there and all the Elvis stuff in there. So that's cool.
Elvis, I think, is just an interesting character. His story.
Yeah.
I think he'd have a lot of stories. As well, and just bringing that, bringing a different era in. I'd love to see how he gets on with someone like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I've heard some wild stories about him.
Yeah.
Met him once.
Oh, really?
Very, very briefly at Formula E.
Yeah.
And I've never seen so many girls with a person in my life.
Really?
They're all like 10 out of 10.
What a bloke.
It was so that could be an interesting story. And then I need to chuck someone in the mix because I shouldn't say this, but I like a bit of a beef.
Yeah.
Quite funny to watch an argument.
Just sit back and watch.
So chucking a Donald Trump. I hate that guy.
Yeah, I really don't like him. I'm so happy he's banned from Twitter. I hate Twitter though. Twitter.
Also, then you've got Leonardo DiCaprio, global warming.
Yeah,
very into that.
Course.
Not into it.
Yeah.
But saving.
Preventing, yeah.
Donald Trump doesn't believe in that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting conversation.
It'd be like having like Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah. So you've got the girls' conversation and the crazy party conversations of Elvis and Leonardo DiCaprio, and then you got Donald Trump just right in the mix to just talk shit and try and get involved. That was quite funny to watch. Because he thinks he's a ladies' man as well.
He does, doesn't he? He's like, you've not seen that photo that got leaked of him getting like a spray tan? Stuff like that.
I don't know if that was real or not. I hope it is.
Yeah, I mean, we won't really talk about what's in, but like everything's out in that.
Yeah, so I'll them three.
Yeah. It's good.
I'm going to leave and come up with loads. But
100%. I always think like a serial killer.
So, Ted Bundy.
Yeah, like Raoul Moat. Remember the guy that shot everyone? Yeah. Because you can think like, God, I'm still laughing as well. Because what goes through their mind?
Yeah, true.
Like it's pretty like Jack the Ripper, people like that.
Oh, like, Jack the Ripper, the real Jack the Ripper.
Yeah,
whoever that is, that'd be a good one.
Banksy. Banksy would be quite a cool one.
I actually want to make a series, and I'll make it happen for someone.
Yeah,
who would just get opposing views.
Yeah.
But proper beef.
It's like they did it with the football, didn't they? When it was like the agree
to disagree. Yeah. My mate Rory Rory Jennings.
Yeah. No, I saw him and James Redmond.
Yeah,
James Redmond kills me. I love it. Just the whole.
It was like Chelsea Liverpool one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one they did. James Redmond. I
want to do something like that, but I want to get like a vegan with like a trophy hunter.
Oh, that could be quite good.
Hopefully, when this comes out, I've already done it, so people can't nick my idea. But
yeah, we had this the other week. Yeah, it drove me mad. I was stupid enough, to ask someone about if they'd seen any really bad recruiter mean tweets. He's like, "Why?" And I said, "Why?" And they were like, "Oh, that's a really good idea. I was thinking about doing that."
Oh, were you?
I was like, called Callum straight away. Callum, we need to film this tomorrow.
We get that all of the time.
Yeah, we filmed it the next day and put it out the next day after.
Yeah, it's horrible, mate. People just rip off your ideas. I think there's a certain element of like, there's only so many ideas we can do.
Yeah, I've ripped someone else's idea. Let's be real. I didn't come up with it.
Like, especially with what we do, you just take an idea because people are going to be slating me for like Big Brother thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But you just got to take an idea, add a slight format twist, and you go again.
Yeah.
Just a different way of telling a story.
Exactly.
But when someone rips off your idea perfectly,
yeah,
I'll be straight. There's a big streaming service. I'm not going to say who because we are working with them.
Yeah.
But they did it.
Yeah.
Pitched an idea 2 years ago, and it's the most unique idea going. You literally there's so many different format points and beats in the series. Yeah. It's not a coincidence. They said no, not interested at the time. We did a teaser tape for it and everything. Spent a fortune on making this thing. Said no to it. Whatever. Year and a half later, comes out, and it's massive, and it's around the world. And I'm like, it's exactly the same.
I reckon I could think what it is. I'm not going to say what it is, but
exactly the same, like to the beat.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's a bit like I love Represent. Like I just said, I smashed this mic now as well. And they always post it with people like ripping their stuff off. And they say, so when it's inspiration, you can think fair enough. When someone has done the exact same thing, then it's
infuriating.
We get a lot of our content now. Don't get me wrong, like, it's nothing special, but like the lads keep photoshopping their faces onto different things and putting it up. Yeah, and it's funny. But then they did it. I've seen so many people do it now, and I'm like, okay, that's not there. Like people have been doing that for ages, but I didn't see anyone on LinkedIn doing that.
Yeah.
Now people are doing it. I'm a bit like, it's a bit annoying.
Mm.
I've never got involved with it because I just don't want to be photoshopped my face.
It's that though, isn't it? It's the inspiration versus just straight up stealing.
Yeah, it's a big difference. But what can we expect in the next year from Cowshed? Obviously, you can't say too much about plans. Cowshed Collective. I don't want you to get in trouble. Sorry.
No, that's right. No, I can say a lot because by the time this comes out, we've kind of done a lot of the work and we're working on something very big that people wouldn't be able to do it in time anyway. So,
yeah, of course.
So yeah, we're now Cowshed Collective. Going right the way back, we were just a production company. We moved into sort of more strategy, social media, and that kind of thing. So we've split out. Cowshed Collective now has Cowshed Social still, which is our social agency. We do strategy, brand strategy, social media management, community management for some of the biggest brands in the world. We've got Cowshed Studios, which is our fully fledged production company. We're making TV now as well. Nice. Moving into that. Got a few things in the works right now on kind of longer form doc pieces.
With the person that we were speaking about earlier.
Yeah. Working on a lot of stuff like that. Then we've got Cowshed Creators, so we're signing a roster of kind of talent, some up and coming, some pretty established.
Yeah, you start plugging them on the podcast.
Got, do you know what? I haven't got contract signed, so I'm not. I can't say it just in case it falls through.
I mean, if you want anyone on the podcast, I'm sure we can arrange it.
Yeah. But we've so that's the three kind of companies that have been set up. We're moving into like Web3 products that we're working on as well. That's really exciting. But the biggest one, is we haven't got a name yet. But essentially, we're creating a kind of a hub for creators and creatives.
Cool.
So it will be a hot desking space. So monthly membership.
Yep.
But you get access to all of our studios.
Nice.
Film and equipment, podcast rooms, meeting rooms, everything. With that, we also throw workshops by Cowshed Social, by Cowshed Studios.
That could be massive.
We teach people, So for us, it's like, one, we work with so many creators. They have nowhere to film. They're jumping around studios. We're going to make it so purpose-built.
Like a few different sets on there and stuff like that.
Sets. We've got literally teamed up with set builders as well, so they can come in and build it for them. All the kit's going to be there, rigged, ready to go. Multi-cam setups, good to go.
Yeah.
But it's a place that we can kind of nurture new talent.
Yeah.
Give people a place to film, but also have people, like we can find the next best creatives.
Yeah, it's quite a smart way of doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, so...
Should be exciting.
Yeah, that's a big one. That'll be like the next year, hopefully. So we're kind of popping up one, won't say location yet, and then we're going to slowly open it up kind of around. I
guess if you've got like London, Birmingham, Manchester, you've got places like that, like Newcastle, Bristol.
Yeah, and it's just that nurturing new talent. I'm so, like you can probably tell, passionate about that. People that haven't been discovered yet and can't find their way in. We want to be that way in. Whether or not it's just, working with these people and then they go off elsewhere to get a sick job. Like, I'm not precious about that.
No, if you've done something and the next one get a better job, you think fair play.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Callan's leaving us. Gutted, man. Still gutted. Yeah, he has. He's completely has. But fair, like you look at that, and like the opportunity you've been given, it's crazy. You'd be like,
I'm for that. Like, even when I work with someone and they're like, oh, I'm leaving, I've got a new job, and I ask what it is, and it's like a massive step up that they wouldn't have got at Cowshed anytime soon. Because there's someone above them already. Yeah. I'm like, fair play.
Yeah, like, well done. Like, shake your hand, reference, smash LinkedIn and put it on there now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I big them up. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
So, good luck, mate.
Definitely. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. No, it's been great having you on. Love catching up. And next time you see Amelia, you're going to have to say hi.
I'll put in a word, mate.
Yeah, put in a word for me.
I'll put in a word. I'll get you some videos of her.
Yeah.
Slide you in as an extra.
Oh, mate. I'll cry. Everyone always finds it weird, but yeah, she's a
G.
She love my life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. Cheers for coming on, mate.
No, thanks for having us, mate.
Yeah, it's good laugh. Definitely.
Cheers, mate.